What's up guys, Mitch from the DIYRecordingstudio.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Z&H Designs V250 500 series EQ. And I've done an unboxing on this channel, and if you want to check that video out, I'll put a link down below. But today we're going to do a bit of a preview and a listen to what this EQ actually sounds like. It's going to be an awesome video, so let's get into it. So the V250 EQ is a mastering grade EQ. Basically, it's a 4-band simplified version of the Sontec EQ clone that Z&H Designs have come out with. They have a full 19-inch rack Sontec clone kind of device. And what they've done very cleverly is they've taken that 5-band EQ and squished it down into something that will fit into a 500 series rack. Unfortunately, it's not 5 bands, but it's 4 bands, and it's over here. And you can see we've got, you know, our high shelf, we've got our 2 mid parametric EQs and another low shelf, and both those have bell switches. And it looks very similar to like an SSL kind of EQ at this point, but it is very much not an SSL EQ. It sounds very different. You guys basically need to hear it. And I've been using it on one of the recent tracks I've been working on here. It's by an artist that I've showcased here on the channel before called Krankwalk. Shout out to you guys. I'll put a link to all their socials down below. Make sure you check them out. But let's dive into their track and hear the V250s in action. And the V250s are on my master bus over here.
You're always on my mind. I think about you all the time, waiting to be let free so you can be with me. The music holds me back, the rhythm and the beat, 'cause I wanna be a rock star. It's either you or my dream.
Get a load of that. What an amazing sounding EQ. I'm sure you're hearing what I'm hearing. And what I have going on here is a high frequency boost at 25 kilohertz, which is like an airband kind of thing. I have a slight boost in the mids, a slight cut in some of the low mids, and then a slight boost in the lows, and doing that kind of pool techie kind of thing with some mid-band action going on there as well. Yeah, I'm basically doing, you know, shelf and then some little tweaking in the mids. You can hear that drastic difference on the mix. It really opens up the top end. It adds some lows, but they're still tight sounding. They don't sound woofy or boomy or anything like that. And then there's some presence in the mids that come out as well. It's an excellent sounding EQ on master bus duties. And yeah, it just brings that track alive and really gets it sounding bright without sounding harsh. And yeah, like let's just have another listen.
I wish you next to me. The others would agree. I'm not the only one that wants you. You fill us up like gasoline. We're never gonna stop. We'll take you till we drop. I'm waiting for the freedom that I no longer see.
This is an EQ that for me personally, I've actually been searching for, I've been looking for something that would suit master bus duties. And for a little while, I was actually using my Neve style EQs on master bus, but I found them too harsh. But this EQ is really outstanding. You can really push it in those kind of high frequencies and it just sounds polished. It's excellent sounding. And I'm actually shocked. Like, to be honest, like, yes, Z&H Designs have sent me this product for review. This isn't the review yet. I'm just having a listen and checking this stuff out, but it is really kind of impressive stuff. It's really, really nice sounding. So that's it on master bus duties. This track here is in like very, very rough, like post tracking kind of stage. It's by a group called Suede Effect. I'll put their link down below as well. Another great band from up here in Newcastle. And let's have a listen to what the V250 sounds like on vocal duties.
Oh, ha! Deep sea explorer, a floor and faller, but he doesn't need goggles for this kind of water. And no, he's not a stand-up paddle boarder, but he makes 100 visits every mission is gonna do. Oh, ha! Swimming in the love, I say, oh, ha! Swimming in the love, I say, oh, ha! Oh, ha! Deep sea explorer, a floor and faller, but he doesn't need goggles for this kind of water. And no, he's not a stand-up paddle boarder, but he makes 100 visits every mission is gonna do. Oh, ah, swimming in the love, I say, oh, ah, swimming in the love, I say, oh, ah, oh, ah, deep sea explorer, a floor and faller, but he doesn't need goggles for this kind of water. And no, he's not a stand-up paddle boarder, but he makes 100 visits every mission is gonna do. Oh, ah, swimming in the love, I say, oh, ah, swimming in the love, I say, oh, ah, oh, ah, deep sea explorer, a floor and faller, but he doesn't need goggles for this kind of water. And no, he's not a stand-up paddle boarder, but he makes 100 visits every mission is gonna do. Ah, swimming in the love, I say, oh.
Holy shit. So I've got those dimed at like almost 12 dB or something there on the high shelf there, and it sounds awesome. Like, how good is that? How good is it when you can just pin something and it just sounds amazing? That is like a really nice, crisp, clear sounding EQ. Like, I'm really, really surprised with that. And it's almost like transparent enough that when you turn it off, you don't realize that it's doing its thing until you turn it off. And then you turn it off and you're like, oh, whoa. And then you turn it back on and you're like, holy shit. Like, it's actually doing quite a lot. Very, very cool on the vocal bus there. Digging that. Let's move it on to something else. Let's try it on drum bus. Let's see what it sounds like on a drum bus. That is pretty cool. I could use a whole bunch of these. Like, man, if I had this like maybe for drum bus, vocal bus, and then a master bus or something like that, I don't know. Like this is a great sounding EQ. You could hear there on drum bus, it's doing a similar thing. It's really bringing out a nice presence in the mids. It adds that top sheen to the highs, so it brings out the cymbals, but it doesn't make them sound harsh, which is something that is really challenging with drum cymbals, them being too harsh, and it just brings them out in this really nice way. And then the lows, like on kick drum, they were starting to get a bit much. I noticed that when you engage the bell becomes quite focused and seems a bit bigger, whereas like when it was on shelf, I had it sitting at around 100 hertz, and when I went to bell, it became very prominent, but you could just dial it back, and that's what I did. Yeah, like very, very, very cool sounding EQ. I'm very impressed. I love hardware, and it takes a lot for me to be like really shocked by a piece of hardware, but this is excellent. And like, I've never had exposure to a Massenburg EQ or a Sontec EQ before, but these are excellent sounding. And like, I'm familiar with Neves and APIs and SSLs, and neither of those sound like this. Like, this is its own thing. It's very clean. It's very transparent. Yeah, it's sounding good on everything that I'm putting it on so far. Like, I'm not hating it at all and finding it very, very usable. Anyway, let's try it on kick and snare. Let's see what that sounds like. Let's just start with the snare. Like, it's a bit harder to hear it working on the kick drum. There's some work I need to do on that kick drum anyway, but snare drum, it's adding a lot more presence, and I feel like the strength of this EQ might be in its high and high mids, but the lows just tighten up in a really cool way, even as you push them. Like, the kick drum didn't sound bad. You can feel the tightness without it sounding flubby. It definitely helped push the kick drum through the mix without it being too overwhelming, which I've found other EQs tend to do. Honestly, I could use a whole desk of those EQs. Like, seriously, like if I had a whole desk of just those EQs, I could get a really good mix going. And I guess that's the point of something like an SSL EQ as well. But I find the bands on this much more usable completely across all sources so far. Like, it doesn't sound bad on anything. It's very clean, it's very crisp sounding, it's very good at bringing out the highs and the high mids in the presence of things. The lows still sound tight without sounding flubby. Yeah, just an amazing sounding EQ so far. Like, I'm really impressed so far just in the general testing of this. But let me know what you guys think. What are you hearing? Do you like it on a particular sound source we looked at today? Do you like it as a master bus kind of processor? Do you like it on drum bus? Did you prefer it on vocals or kick or snare? Let me know in those comment sections down below. And is there something maybe that you'd like maybe else to hear it on? Let me know. Anyway, really keen to hear your thoughts on what you guys hear and what you think. So far, very impressed. Thanks once again to Z&H Designs for sending me the V250s for review. They're an awesome product. Definitely go check them out. They have sent me these EQs for review, but all opinions are my own, just to clarify. And make sure you hit like and subscribe down below. I'll have my final review of the V250s coming real soon. And I have a bunch of exciting builds and DIY projects happening right now on the channel as well. I'm Mitch from the DIYRecordingstudio.com. I'll catch you soon.